Some of us are blessed to be involved in peacemaking or saving people's lives. Negotiation is a key part of that, and trying to convince that person what they're going to get out of it in doing something that you want to get done for humanitarian purposes or for policy purposes. That's a basic skill, a basic tenet of what we do. I started in Latin America. I spent most of my 32 years overseas, and it was when we were starting Plan Colombia. Colombia was on the brink. Bogota was slowly being strangled. Colombia was dealing with the two-headed monster of narcotics trafficking and the longest-running insurgency in the Western Hemisphere. And we came up with a plan, a very expensive plan. And I helped develop that plan, write that plan, and to execute it, and more importantly, to sell it both to the Colombian government and sell it to the U.S. Congress. In the end, we were spending $1.3 billion a year to build up the Colombian military forces, social programs, development programs, eradication programs directed against the cocoa crop and the opium poppy crop. And I think that we really made a tremendous difference in bringing Colombia to where it is now. Colombia, one of the leading economies and shining democracies in Latin America. After that, I kind of shifted gears, went to Middle East, 3 years as a deputy in Israel, and involved in the peace process in a small way. During the Israeli-Hamas conflict in Gaza, we had at least 300 U.S. passport holders who were unable to get out of Gaza because of the heavy fighting. We actually secured the Israeli permission to let people traverse all of Israel into Jordan from Gaza directly. That has never been done in the history before, and getting them to agree to that was relatively amazing. However, we needed people to stop shooting, and we managed a humanitarian ceasefire. We marshaled the 300 U.S. citizens, including many children, on the buses and through Israel and safely into Jordan and out. You know, when you think about doing something like that, it was really an honor to be there. I think that those of us who are in this profession and actually get a chance to broker something that involves people to stop shooting each other, stop killing each other, even for a brief period of time, I mean, that's a blessing. I mean, there's no higher calling, I think. I went to a very small high school in Staten Island, New York. I heard about the program with a couple of my classmates, and we felt it was a great way to meet new people and maybe learn something about business. And I'm dating myself, but we're talking about the very early 70s when it was still kind of a mod, hippie-ish environment. And we decided to do mood lamps, you know, with love and peace and all that kind of beautiful stuff on this lamp. I wasn't very good in actually making these things, so I was kind of like one of the spokespeople or salesmen that I try to make contacts and sell them, mainly to my relatives and to other people. And I can't remember whether we lost or we made money, but we gave it a heck of a ride. This junior achievement experience really prepared me for taking the Foreign Service oral assessment several years later. We actually learned some valuable skills as far as negotiating, give and take, sharing ideas, taking things on board, addressing one's strengths and weaknesses, and interacting with people we didn't know before. So I thought it was a great experience. Well, Jamaica is really a country of contrast, but it's a beautiful country. And, you know, they always talk about the blue skies and the white sand and the crystal clear ocean, and that's all true. But, you know, the true natural resource that makes Jamaica great are its people. You know, the people are just absolutely wonderful. And when you look at Jamaica, you say it's a country of less than 3 million people, but yet the influence it has on the world. If Jamaica were a prize fighter, it'd be like a featherweight, but fighting in the heavyweight division. I know that Jamaicans are working very, very diligently, and we're going to help them in whichever way that we can. For instance, junior achievement. Junior achievement-related projects, we have a basic education agreement with the Ministry of Education. Since 2010, we've spent almost $5 million on those two programs alone. Half U.S. government money, half in collaboration with the private sector. That's touched an untold amount of young Jamaican people. You know, the thing is, Jamaica desperately needs growth, and you do that by creating this sense of entrepreneurship. One of the biggest things that we've had to overcome is the fear of not succeeding. So trying to get people to do things like junior achievement and take ownership of something and start something up and become an entrepreneur, that's why these programs are so important. I think that Junior Achievement embodies a lot of the main principles that we want to teach about people, and that is, don't be risk averse, get these basic skills down as far as entrepreneurship, learn how to negotiate, learn how to deal with people. These are all very, very important things that aren't just for starting your own business, but it's life skills. These are basic life skills, and by joining those life skills with these entrepreneurial skills, I think it's a really big plus. And that's why when I heard about Junior Achievement, of course I said, oh, I was a member of Junior Achievement way back when, and I got all excited about it. So I remember it as a very, very positive experience. I'm Luis Moreno, and I am JA.